Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nick Designs. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our brand new Christmas release. This release is jam-packed with all things Christmas, including some fabulous new dies and some adorable new stamps. So stay tuned to see everything at a closer look and then some inspiration with projects I've created. First up is our brand new Christmas Party 6x6 paper pad. This paper pad, you get 24 sheets, 12 double-sided designs, so 2 of each, and it's filled with everything Christmas fun. Let me show you a closer look at the papers you get. So we have some beautiful pines and holly, some candy cane stripes, some ornaments, gifts, and then that beautiful line of Christmas lights, holly, some more words in fun bright colors, and some candy canes. As you can see on this one, in addition to the traditional red and green, I've added a pop of pink, and I just love how that turned out across all of these patterns. On the back side, you get more trees and ornaments, some cute Christmas stockings, and then there's that same paper with all of the words, but this time on a green background. And you get all kinds of different holly patterns in various colors, so there's just a lot of fun things you can use to mix and match together. I think you're going to love using this on all your Christmas projects this year. Next, I have 2 fun word dies to share. The first one is called Merriest Christmas, and it has the words Merry and Christmas, and then you get that fun shadow die that you can layer behind them for an extra pop. And then the next one is called Happiest Holidays. On this one, you get the words happy and holidays along with the word New Year. So you can mix the words happy and holidays or happy and New Year. So I'm going to show you what you get when those are cut out. So as you can see, there's the word Christmas and the word Merry, and then you have that shadow die that goes behind it. So that just is a little bit larger than the word, and you can layer them together so the word doesn't get lost on top of a busier pattern. So here is what it looks like when you glue those 2 pieces together. So I made the red and the green using the shadow die and the words Merry and Christmas using white. And then we have the happiest holidays die. So again, you get the words happy and holidays with their shadows separately. And then I want to show you that the new year, the words new and year, even though it looks like one die, actually pops out into 2 pieces. So if you wanted to use those pieces on their own separately like that, you could, or you can layer them over the shadow die, which is one piece. Here's what the Happy Holidays ones look like when they're glued together. So in this case, I just made them out of white and I layered them over a green shadow there. Then I took that same happy, this time I paired it with New Year, so you can see how that works with that. And I used a glitter paper for the background on this one. That's from our Cheerful Brights glitter cardstock. So that's a fun way to add a little bit of sparkle, especially for a New Year's card. And it would look super cute to do that on a Christmas card too. All the holidays are about adding sparkle. Now the fun part is seeing what you can create with all those products. So here I used the Merriest Christmas die set, and I used it with a pink background and a green background for the shadow there. And I combined it with that awesome paper from the Christmas Party paper pad. For the die cut, I used our card layout 4 die to create the fun diagonal shapes. So on this one, I used the same layout essentially with a card layout 4 die and the Christmas Party paper pad, but this time I used Happy Holidays for the sentiment from the Happiest Holidays die set. Here I created another Happy Holidays card using that same sentiment. This time I used it with white and green in the background. And then for all those background layers, I switched and used our framework die set. So that postage edged frame in the back and the 2 scallops, the vellum and the pink scallop, all 3 of those dies are from the framework die set. And then for paper, I used our Christmas Party paper pad for those fun pink and green patterns. And then, of course, I had to create a Happy New Year card. For this one, I used that same happy die cut, and this time I combined it with the New Year. In the background, I used our fireworks stencil with some fun sparkly texture paste. And then behind that, you'll also see a little vellum tag. That's from our Essential Tags die set, which is another new die set that I'm going to be sharing with you next. Here is our Essential Tags die set that I just mentioned. So this die set, you get 5 different tags in varying sizes. Each tag is designed a little differently, so let me give you a close look at what they all look like once they're trimmed out. Here's the largest tag. This is just a fun basic tag, kind of like a luggage tag. And then we have 2 medium-sized tags. The first one has a fun like notch top with a slant hole. So that's great for putting thick ribbon through. And then there's a smaller tag that's similar to the luggage tag, but much smaller in size. And then there's 2 small tags, one with an arched top and one that's just shaped like a circle. So it's a really nice variety of tags for adding to your cards or just making tags for holiday gifts. Next, I want to share with you our gift builder die set. This die set is super cool. I think it's my favorite of this release. There are so many possibilities of what you can create using this die set. There's a basic rectangle and a square, and then you build upon it to make all kinds of gift combinations. So here's just a quick look at all the basic pieces. So like I said, you get your basic square and rectangle. And then there's 3 different pieces that layer over the rectangle. So there's one with like little starbursts right there. And the pieces might not pop out when you die cut it, but you can easily pop them out if you'd like to, or you could just leave them nested in. So there's a few different possibilities. The same with the stripes. So when you pop those pieces out though, you'll want to save them, and I'll show you why a little bit later. Then of the square, you have a couple shapes that layer over the square as well. And then you have a square ribbon and a rectangular ribbon and a bunch of different bows. So a lot of different options there. And let me show you how you can layer those together and what you can create. So let's start out with the most basic presents that you can create. So these are the easiest ones. We have the rectangle both ways, vertical or horizontal, and then the square. So on each of them, I just added a second color with the ribbon that goes across the package, and then a bow for the top. So just using different styles of bows. Super cute. Oh, and I did want to mention I put all the bows on top there, but you could also put the bow in the center, which is what I did there. So it looks cute both ways. So here is that rectangle with the little starbursts on it. So on this first one, I popped out all the shapes and then layered it over a light blue color. And on this one, the background color is green, but instead of leaving all of them green, I have placed in some pink ones and some white ones from a pink and white package that I had also die cut out. So that's a fun way you can pop in and add some color back into the package too. And that's what I meant about save those pieces when they fall out so that you can use them in scenarios like that. Next, I have an option with the square die. So on this one, I layered that polka dot pattern over the top. So you can see on that one, I did green over red, and on the other one, I did red over white, and then just added different bow details. Now I'm switching back to the rectangle and I'm going to use the diagonal striped pattern that fits over the top. On that one I just layered white over red, and on this one I have a green die cut, but I took some of the pieces like the inside diagonal pieces and glued them back into that die cut diagonal frame. So that's a fun way that you can add different colors to your diagonal pieces. Last, I'm going to take that square along with these other 2 shapes that I haven't shown you yet. And there is a lot of options that you can create by combining those 3 pieces. So first I have the square combined with that thicker diamond shape. So just layering those 2 pieces together looks really cool. You can do it either horizontally or vertically. The next option would be to take the thinner diamond piece and just layer that one directly over the square. So this is how that looks. And then you can layer all three pieces together and you get this really cool argyle pattern. So there I had done a square in green, the thick diamond in white, and the thin diamond in red. And it creates that really cool argyle. I created a second version using the same pieces layered together the same way, just in a different color palette. So you can see how you could change out the colors. These ones go great with the Christmas party paper pad, but you can make different colors too and create birthday cards with it. I have one last variation that I created. On this one, I just took those squares that fall out when you cut out that thinner diamond shape, and I just glued them back in. So I had done a green and a blue, and then I just glued the pieces back inside. So as you can see, there is just a ton of different things you can do by mixing and matching all the pieces in this die set. I feel like the possibilities are endless. I've been having so much fun putting all the little bits and pieces together. Next, I'm sharing our Christmas greeting stamp set. This stamp set is filled with all kinds of words and sentiments that you can mix and match. On the top, you have Merry in a large font, and then Christmas in two different fonts. And then you have Happy in a large font and Holidays in two different fonts. So you can mix and match them together. And then there's also a New Year along the bottom that you can mix with Happy. There's a few more sentiments. We have joyful Christmas greetings, wishing you all the happiness your holiday can hold, sending holiday cheer, and have a warm and cozy holiday. Oh, and there's also and bright that you can mix with Merry. So you could do Merry Christmas or Merry and Bright. Now I'm going to get back into some card inspiration. So for this first card, I used the Merry Christmas from the Merriest Christmas die set. I layered it over that big luggage tag from the Essential Tags die set, and then I added cute little bows in each corner, and those bows are from the Gift Builder die set. So not only are the bows perfect for adding to gifts, but you can add them on for a little extra embellishment on your cards too. And of course, the prints on that one are from the Christmas party paper. On this one, I used the Christmas party paper again with our A2 card layout, and then in the center panel, I used the Merry Christmas from the Christmas greetings stamp set that we just looked at. And of course, there's a cute little gift in the corner from that Gift Builder die set. I created a second card using that Merry Christmas sentiment from the Christmas greetings stamp set. This time I stamped it right in the center, and then I used the Gift Builder die set to create rows of gifts that I added to the top and the bottom of the card. And the background panel with the postage edge was created using the framework die set. So that's a fun way to use those dies to create rows of presents. For the next one, I used the Essential Tags die set and created a fun little Christmas tag. I used the Merry Christmas. This time I used the other version of Christmas that comes on the Christmas greetings stamp set. And then I created three presents again and added those along the bottom using the Gift Builder die set. And then in the background, I used the Christmas party paper with our card layout 5 die. Another way you can add tags to your card is to just take three small tags and put them across the center of the card. So that's what I did here. I did two from vellum and one from white paper. I added a gift onto the outside tags, and in the center, I used the bow, and then I took the bow that goes across the package and cut off one way, so you just had one long strip, and added that behind the bow. So that's a fun way to use that. The sentiment in the center is from the Christmas greetings, and the paper is from Christmas party again. Here I used the Happy Holidays on a tag, again from our Essential Tags die set, and I layered that over some pattern papers. That's our card layout 3 die that I used on that one. So many fun ways you can combine our dies with these new papers and the new dies as well. So of course we have to have something for the dog and cat lovers. So we have our Christmas time cat stamp set. So we have Newton here getting ready for Christmas. He's got his wreath, he's wearing a sweater. We have a little Santa Newton. Newton with a candy cane, Newton peeking out from behind a Christmas tree, and holding a gift and holding a stocking. So all kinds of fun things, and a couple kitty sentiments to go along with that. And then, of course, we have the dog version. So similar sized little puppies, with their Christmas trees and stockings and wreaths. And I love the one wearing the little Santa outfit in the lower corner. That was my favorite. And then, of course, the puppy with the Christmas sweater on. So all kinds of cute little puppy images too. So you can mix and match, if you like cats and dogs, put them together, or just do cats or dogs on your cards. So here's one using Christmas time cats. So I chose two images, the ones I thought looked like kitties getting ready for Christmas, decorating, and then the sentiment feline festive. And that I added over a tag from the new Essential Tag die, and then used the paper in the background from the Christmas party paper again. And then I created one using the cute little dogs. On this one, I matched the dog holding the string of lights to the paper with the strings of lights on it. So I thought that worked really well together. And I put the two dogs on a tag, using the Essential Tag die set again. So super cute ways you can use the kitties and puppies on your cards too. And I have one last product to share with you today. We have some new toner card friends. If you followed us last month, we had some for Halloween and autumn, and so we wanted to do some for Christmas as well. These ones are named Tis the Season, and you get four different designs. You get three each of four designs. You get 12 pieces. There's poinsettias, holly, peppermint stripes, and gifts. So I applied foil to these so you can see how beautiful they look with the foil added. I used a shiny red on the poinsettias, a beautiful gold on the holly. I went back to red for the candy stripes. Just looks beautiful peppermint stripes. And then green for the gifts. So you can apply any color of foil you'd like to these. You want to use deco foil and a hot laminator or a mink to apply the foil. I have a few cards to share that I created using these toner foil cards. On this one, I chose the holly pattern. And before I foiled it, I inked up the background, using a couple of shades of green ink. And then I used gold foil over the top. So you can see how beautiful that looks now with a green background and the gold foil. And then I added the two kitties from the Christmas time stamp set, that look like Santa with the I Believe in Santa paws, and I layered them onto a vellum tag cut with our Essential Tags die set. For my next card, I wanted to use the Christmas dog stamp set, so I paired them with the peppermint stripes. So I used that again with the red foil, and then I cut all the pieces out using the Card Layout 2 die set. I chose that one because it has all these cute little squares and rectangles that I knew would be perfect to set all those puppies inside. I also added Mary from the Merriest Christmas on the tag from the Essential Tags die set, and I just did that with vellum so that it wouldn't totally cover up that beautiful foil. Next, I created this beautiful card with all the different colors. To create that, I chose the gift panel and I did it twice. Once I inked the whole background in like a pink shade, and once I inked it in a green shade. And then I foiled one in gold. So the one on green is gold foil, and the one on pink is silver foil. And then I took the reverse of the gold foil and I glued that down to a piece of white, and that's what the other one is. So that's the reverse of the gold. And if you would like to see some tips on that, I was thinking about doing a video on how to use the reverse of the foil. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. And then in the center, I added a tag that I cut out using that new Essential Tag die, and then the sentiment Merry and Bright from our Christmas greetings stamp set. So I love how that turned out. It's so pretty, and I love all the different colors with the foils. Now, those were a little bit more complex, but if you want to go simpler, here's a great simple card. So on this one, I just took that holly background, I foiled it in green, so I didn't do any ink blending or anything. I just did it straight on the cardstock it comes on. And then I added Happy Holidays using the Happiest Holidays die set, and I layered it over a vellum tag. So a super quick and easy card to create. And then I have one last beautiful card to share. On this one, again, I did do some ink blending. So I took that background with the poinsettias and I did some kind of pink red ink blending on the background to kind of make that pink color that matches our paper. And then I added the Merry Christmas on top, cutting the Merry out of white and the background out of pink. So super pretty. I love how that turned out. So that's all I have for you today. I know that's actually a lot. I had a lot of fun creating with all these, so I did create a lot of cards this time. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at them with me and seeing all of the new products. I had so much fun using those new word dies, using that gift builder. That's definitely going to be a favorite. I think after the holidays, it's going to be great for your making birthday cards with too. So just a lot of possibilities with that. And then, of course, the kitties and puppies are always a favorite. I didn't create as much with them this time, but I did really enjoy them, and I think I'm definitely going to be reaching for them again soon. And then, of course, the foils are just such a fun way to add a little bit of specialness and shine to your holiday cards. So that is everything today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this closer look at our new products. Everything is for sale over at newtonsnookdesigns.com, so you can find everything over there and make sure you check out our Christmas and holiday categories for more options for your holiday crafting. And if you missed it, make sure you take a look at our last Halloween and fall designs too, because there was some really cool toner card fronts in there and some great products that you might have missed. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful crafty day.